will. Oh my gosh, please. Oh, okay. Hey Grace, how are you? Hey Grimy, how are you? Hey Jasmine, how are you? I swear, my dog, bro, whenever I have to do something, my dog always wants to do the most. Pooping is a whole event. It's like he knows that I'm about to do something and he's like, oh, well, pick up my poop first, mother. Yes, focus on me pooping. Pick it up for me. And then you can do whatever you want. He like, it's my time. Basically, because I really feel like he held his poop all day till right now where I had to freaking get on the live stream. Why do I feel hot? I don't know. But anyways, today I am late because I made food late. I had made a sushi bake and I kind of started making it a bit late. And then I also started eating later. Like I think I started eating around 8:35. So I was trying to hurry up and do that so I wouldn't be ridiculously late tonight. Hey T Berries. Yeah, so I go live Tuesdays and Thursdays now at 9 p.m. EST till I get monetized. I'm not gonna lie, once I get monetized, y'all not gonna see me as much. Y'all probably not gonna see me as much because when I tell you, going live is an experience, you know, because I don't mind talking with y'all. However, because I'm trying to be interactive and I'm trying to maintain people energy constantly, or like people attention constantly, I feel like I have to talk consistently because I don't want to lose anybody. So it's a little exhausting because, you know, even though I present myself online where I'm talkative, I'm normally quiet. I shut the F up majority of the time. like, I mean, I yap to a select few people, but I normally don't be talking much. This is the most I've ever talked in my life, and I'm really trying. I respect the hustle. Thank you. It is hard. It really is. I'm good for the most part. I'll be happy when this cold is gone. Yeah, like I heard your voice chat and I was like, oh, it's the cough, because I'm like, I had that cough too where it has that little sound behind it. I hope you're feeling a little better at least. But yeah, the sushi bake I made was good. Maybe I'll do like a little recipe tutorial or something on my vlog channel of how I made mine. I'm gonna probably eat some more tomorrow because I should have some left over. But I do have some topics for today. I miss filming. I filmed one video. Right, the cough need to go. Man, when you sick and you get to coughing and you in the middle of filming, the way I get so annoyed because I have to edit out those coughs. Like, that junk is so freaking annoying. Yeah, the sushi bake I made was pretty good. I did mine with salmon. I know I've seen some people where they did salmon and where it is. They did salmon and shrimp, but we haven't had shrimp in a very long time because I don't know if y'all remember, but it was some months back where Walmart had the radioactive shrimp and we had some and it made us sick. So we haven't had shrimp since then and it's been at least 6 months. Like, we have not bought any shrimp ever since then because that sickness was it was different. It was mad different getting sick off of some radioactive shrimp. So we decided to not eat shrimp uh, as of right now. Sushi bake seems delicious. It is, and it's really easy to make. So I'll probably make like a recipe video or something. Thank you. I got it as a Christmas gift from my husband because I don't have too much green. I need to start actually wearing more colors because I feel like my wardrobe, it's like I have some colors, but my wardrobe mostly give black. So I need to work on editing that. Me too. Sometimes I leave them in. Yeah, sometimes I do. It just depends how bad, how nasty it sounds. Or I remember you talking about it in one of your videos. Yeah. So I don't know. But I do have some topics today, as I do. Speaking of sushi, Publix has $5 sushi on Wednesdays. I really wish we had a Publix because I hear so many good things about it. But in Michigan, we don't have one, unfortunately. And I've seen some people share some things they've gotten from there, and I'm so mad we don't have one. Yeah, it's Thursday. I be forgetting the dates too, girl. I truly do. All right. So, the first topic is, what's a skill you learned as a kid that turned out to be completely useless as an adult? Me too, it's the East Coast thing. Okay. I always wonder because I know it's this one other YouTuber I watch, and I think it's they have Publix in Georgia. But okay, so somebody asked, what's a skill you learned as a kid that turned out to be completely useless as an adult? And somebody said writing cursive. I don't know if it's an East Coast thing. I just know in Georgia, like down south, I know they have them. Okay, yeah, so southeast coast. Okay. So somebody said writing cursive was a thing that we learned that's useless, which is true. I feel like most people don't even use cursive except for their signature. Some people don't even use cursive in their signatures and where they write print. Someone also said paper airplanes. I'm not gonna lie, I may have to use my free will to make an airplane. And somebody else said, do y'all remember the little the paper handheld fortune tellers? Do y'all remember those? What were they called? The cootie catchers? I used to love those so bad where I would just be like, maybe I'll have to make one of those for a video. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. The school doesn't teach cursive anymore? I mean, that makes sense. I wonder what they replaced that with, because they were so focused on cursive being so important. Like, oh, you're going to be using cursive all the time. Girl, when? And why is it that... Okay, because it wasn't too many people that wrote legibly in cursive. And my whole thing was, what was the purpose of us doing this? Like, it's one thing if you writing for yourself, but some people handwriting not legible. Even my handwriting isn't the best, in my opinion. But it's just always so interesting when you look at the difference in how stuff was in the past and how they made certain things a big deal, but now it's not anymore. I don't know. But it is... Because to be honest, the school system isn't that great nowadays. I keep hearing about so many teachers quitting their jobs. They're talking about how kids are using AI to do essays and stuff like that. And I'm just like, bro, it's really really depressing to think about how, I guess, collectively we're becoming mad lazy. Where a lot of people don't want to think for themselves, or a lot of people don't want to like do things on their own. Like so many people are using AI for like essays in school, stuff like that. One of my friends be cursing because they don't teach it anymore. You know, I don't know. It's just it's gonna be a forgotten art for sure. Where most people are just gonna be writing print or not writing at all. Because to be honest, I keep hearing that a lot of kids can't even read nowadays, or to be fair, a lot of people can't comprehend what they read. That's why so many people online getting into arguments because they reading what they want to read. They're not really comprehending stuff where it's like, oh, you know that saying where somebody is like, oh, I like pancakes. And then somebody out of nowhere will comment and be like, oh, so you hate French toast? Oh, so you hate waffles? Like, I did not say that. Where are your context clues? Where is the comprehension? Because you're not comprehending. I'm noticing that's like a recurring theme I keep seeing online. Even when people comment on some of my videos, some of the stuff they say, I really just be sitting there like, I didn't say that. Where did you get what you just said from? Oh, yes, I don't like that people use AI for everything. Yeah, it's giving lazy. No thoughts, just vibes. Hey, Ariana girl, how are you? Lack of critical thinking skills be having her cursed too. These youth don't have critical thinking, problem solving skills. They really don't. To be honest, most adults, not most adults, but a lot of adults, I feel like don't. And it's really sad and really unfortunate for long term wise. But that's the state of affairs, you know what I mean? Because I mean, well, never mind. I was about to say something controversial. I keep that to myself. Oh no, these teachers definitely not teaching. Yeah, because some of them, they're overwhelmed, and then some of them, they're teaching just to get a check. They don't really care about the kids for real. Half these teachers shouldn't be teachers. Exactly. It really sucks because I honestly feel like in a minute they probably gonna have it where kids maybe being taught by AI at that point. I could definitely see that being a thing. Now, whether they actually learn or the fact that they might focus on kids not even learning or getting an education as much, just being regular workers at specific types of places. And my son got a disability, so I know he don't have homework like he's supposed to every day. So that's the thing about teachers that teach kids with disabilities, because I feel like some of them literally got their degree just to get a check, because I believe those teachers do get paid more. For example, my baby brother, he has a learning disability. And I remember when he went to this one school a long time ago, they really pissed us off because we learned that they basically were putting kids who had disabilities in a closet, and they weren't actually teaching them. They just were getting a check because, at schools, they basically give them more money for kids who do have disabilities and stuff like that. And we ended up having to relocate to the suburbs in order for him to actually get a better education. And it's really unfortunate that some people are really selfish like that, and some people, they really don't care about the children. Like, some of them really don't. There are some really good teachers out there, but I feel like a lot of the good teachers are overwhelmed and they want to leave because, you know, the public school system is not really helping them. They're not really like giving them what they need or giving them the resources that they need. The certain people are stealing the funding. That was a big scandal in Detroit some years back where it was this one, well, actually, it was a couple of people where they were like, what's the word? I forget what the word is, but they were stealing funding from the school and ended up going to jail. I don't know. It's just really crazy. It's hard, though, to be a teacher. It used to be teachers and parents working together, but not anymore. I don't know what changed. I think one of the things that changed was the fact that a lot of parents have to work 2 jobs or more in order to make ends meet. I also think that, for example, when we were younger, well, I don't know. You know, I feel like people co-parented much more when I was younger. And people do still co-parent now, but I feel like both parents used to be a bit more hands-on, excuse me, when I was younger versus now where it's like, unless, you know, the parents are effectively making things work co-parenting wise, it's normally only one doing everything. So I think it can be hard for teachers and parents to, like, you know, sync up where everybody can be really focused on helping the children grow and stuff like that. Right, like where the passion for teaching go. I don't know. It's different. Like, and I don't know if y'all saw my video where I was talking about how I didn't want to have kids, but that was one of the big reasons why I said my husband and I didn't want to have kids, because the public, like the school system is not that great. You would almost have to move to a suburb. And I mean, we do live in a suburb, but it's like, even still, it's just really, really hard for kids to get a good education nowadays. And it's really hard to find teachers that actually care about children and, you know, their well-being and their education and stuff like that. It's just a lot. Like, I applaud anybody who's a parent because it just seems like a lot to deal with. You gotta work, and, you know, you would hope that your kid is being taught by good teachers, decent teachers, or that the schools are good, but I don't know. It's very underwhelming. My son teacher is old, not old, but she in that time where it's time for her to retire. Yeah, she said, I'm about to roll out. Hopefully, you know, the teachers your son have in the future, they continue being, I guess, helpful to him, where they actually are helping him and educating all of the students. Yep, no admin support, African all. You have a point, because my mom used to go on my brother's field trips and be able to sit in the classes from time to time. I think it would be hard to do it today. Yeah, like, you know what? You make a good point, because I remember kids' parents did used to sit in on those classes a lot. And now people don't really have time to, unless you're a stay-at-home mom and you don't have that many other kids. But most of the time, people not coming to the class. For example, I don't even think I hear about people really bringing their kids like cupcakes and pizza and stuff for the kid's birthday. Because I remember that being like a big thing when I was younger, but people don't have time to be doing that stuff. They like, oh, if you want to do a little party or something, invite 4 of your closest friends and we'll grab some Little Caesars at the house this weekend. Like, people don't really do too many things. I know every now and again I hear about somebody bringing cupcakes, you know, for their kid's birthday and stuff like that, but I'm like, people don't be having time to do certain things because they working. Like, the economy is not economying at all. And you definitely, if you want to do certain things, you really gotta have a two person household where both of y'all making some money, because stuff is difficult. They just need some better teachers out there, because I be thinking how an 8-year-old can't read. They just be passing them. They literally just be passing them through school. I knew somebody like a few years back. She was a teacher, and she was talking about how kids, I think she was teaching like 8th grade, I think, and she was saying how there were a couple of students where they couldn't read at like a 1st grade level, and she was sitting there in confusion because some of those kids have been going there since 1st grade, and she's like, how can you not read? And then I also learned sometimes people, like parents, be getting doing their kids' homework. Like, it's not just if Johnny has 5 apples, it's not just that. It's literally they will do their kids' homework. And, you know, if it don't match up on a test, it's like, what's going on? And then it's like, oh, he's just a bad test taker. No, you're doing his homework, Sharon. You're doing his homework. Like, it does start at home. It really does. Because I'll give my mom, for example, right? And I appreciate my mom for it now. But when I was younger, I could not stand it. My mom regularly would take me to Barnes and Noble, okay? Now, keep in mind, I absolutely loved reading at the time. But she would take me to Barnes and Noble. And every time, I don't know why I was lying to myself, but every time I thought, oh my gosh, you're going to Barnes and Noble, I'm going to get me a new book. What instead did I get? Every time my mom would buy a workbook. Oh no, we're going to the workbook section. Oh no, we're going to get some reading comprehension workbooks. We're going to get some math workbooks, history, science. You're going to know this stuff. Oh, it's summer. You're not just going to be watching Disney. You're not just going to be watching Barney. Open that workbook. And I faithfully had to do workbooks. Now, eventually she stopped buying me workbooks because I got smart and I started just completing the whole workbook to the entirety, because I was like, listen, I want to read. I want a real book. I want some real chapter books. I don't want to freaking be doing workbooks all the time. So eventually she stopped buying me workbooks. But you do, like, as a parent, you really do got to be proactive with, I guess, giving your kids other educational tools, or setting certain guidelines, like, you got to read if you want to do this, or you got to do these workbooks in order to do this. Because I stayed in a workbook from like preschool to I think 7th grade. I stayed in a workbook, which I could not stand. Or she bought me those educational little computer games. What was it? Jumpstart? Man, that's such a flashback. But yeah, like, she used to give me those Jumpstart, and I'd be like, hey, can I play Sims? No, you're going to play that 3rd grade Jumpstart. Wait, it wasn't 3rd grade. It was like 5th grade. Yeah. I was forced to read an hour before bed every single night. See, I didn't mind reading as long as it was something I was interested in. But I was also a part of that Pizza Hut reading program where they would give you, like, I don't know if it was every book you read, you had a personal pan pizza. So I had so many of those. And you know what pissed me off? It was the fact that I would have so many of them. I had like a stack. And every time I'd be like, listen, look at all these foods I got. Come on, let's go get some personal pan pizzas. She like, it's on the other side of town. We ain't getting no pizza. I used to be so freaking mad about that junk. I used to love that program though. You know what? A Pizza Hut personal pan pizza sound real good right now. I'm not gonna lie. That's good though. Kids need to read. They do. They really do. Yeah, I be concerned too, cause man, stuff is not the same no more. My grandma and mommy didn't play any games. I love that. Cause my mom and my grandma were similar. Summer school and I didn't need to go. Well, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did fail 2 of my classes in high school because I skipped. I literally skipped. I did not go. And I had to go to summer school. That was literally the only time. Well, okay. I went to summer school those 2 times. And then I was in this etiquette class that I went to summer school for. It was just something for me to get out the house to do. That was actually a lot of fun. It was like an all-girls etiquette class I had to go to where they taught us like the differences in the utensils and honestly, I just really remember we ended up going out to eat. Like that's the main thing I remember, even though I know they taught us more stuff. I know they taught us more stuff, but I cannot remember anything else except going out to eat. I know that food was good because I could still remember it. I could still taste it in my 4th grade mind just a little bit. Oh, but okay. But yeah, I don't know. Stuff is just it's different now. It's unfortunate that things are the way that they are and how the school system isn't the same, how certain degrees are not seen the same way. Like, I still think it's mad crazy. They're trying to say that, they were trying to say that a nursing degree is not, I forgot what they said. It was something where they said it's not something that, I can't remember. Oh yeah, I think it was they said a nursing degree is not a professional degree. Oh, and the reason why it said in the recent US Department of Education policy change, they removed nursing degree as a professional degree, but the main reason they removed it is because they wanted to remove it as being available for higher federal student loans and financial aid access. Crazy. Absolutely crazy that they doing that just so certain types of people, as in minorities, cannot get the degree in order to have access to, I guess, certain funding so that they can cover um like going to the school basically. I swear, people just don't know. This is not what I expected adulthood to be like. You know what I mean? Like some of the things we experience and go through nowadays is so bewildering to me where I'm really sitting here like, what? You that focused on minorities doing well in life. Some minorities who could actually help people because you want us to be in a financial deficit or you don't want us to get ahead, which is crazy. Absolutely insane. I got an F1 quarter and remember why I only misbehave once or twice a year. I didn't really misbehave. It was just I was going through a phase. You know what? Puberty was hitting me and I was going through an emo depression phase at that time in my life. I guess you could call it my rebel phase. A nursing degree is not a professional degree. I don't remember who said that and why. I don't know either. Well, actually, I did. The education, the Department of Education said it, but it just gives they didn't want certain minorities to have access to the financial aid, basically. Hey, Grimy, how are you? But yeah, I don't know. It's just really interesting. The climate of things, like stuff. I don't know. It's just, you know what they say. History is definitely doomed to repeat itself. That's why they're getting rid of certain information and deleting it and stuff like that. That don't make any sense to me. It makes sense to a degree because they a little racial. You know what I mean? It's foolish considering, but again, that's why I be looking at them like, so you originally want people to have babies, but then at the same time, you're not worried about healthcare, and then you increasing the cost of healthcare. Like you just want bodies. Speaking of emo jazz, you can wear your black nails to an emo concert or a goth event. That's true. Although, I don't know, for some reason, I can't see Jasmine being goth at all or at an emo concert. I don't know. That just seemed like it would be so out of character. I'll be doing so well. Not for me. But okay. So the next question is, at what age did you feel like you really knew yourself? Or do you feel like yourself is still evolving? I used to love seeing the skull shirts back when I was 16. I do love a little rock music. I couldn't wear anything with a skull on it. I really couldn't. Because then all of a sudden it was, oh, is this anti-Christian? It's like, girl, it's a skull. We all got skulls in our body. What are you even talking about? Like, it was just so unserious. Or even one day I did. Somehow I got some black nails, like black nail polish, and my grandma completely flipped out on me. Why are you wearing black nail polish? Be a sweet little girl. You shouldn't be wearing black nails. My black is beautiful. What are you talking about? Why are you tripping on me? I don't know. Old people used to get mad for no reason. Same. I remember her nails from the videos too. Oh, I meant wearing them. Dang, why can't I type? Oh yeah, I do like wearing a black nail from time to time. Same. If it's a Green Day concert, I'll go. Green Day is that junk. Fall Out. Wait. Because I want to sing the wrong song. Because I would show up. Let me see before I start. I'm not even about to start this. Because I feel like I'm going to get something wrong. Oh, yeah, Evanescence. Wake me up inside. Call my name and save me from the dark. Red Nails. So, Red Nails, she saw it the same way as Red Lipstick, where it's like, you're being fast. Or it was like a concept of being too grown. So I could only wear clear nail polish. But then after she passed away, I could do whatever I wanted. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But anyways, because my mom didn't care. Like, my mom really did not care. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know, bro. Like, I really don't know why they thought the red nail polish was being fast. I think it's just they associated it with again, the red lipstick. Oh, I remember that sent me coughing. I would have laughed so bad. My bad. But that reminds me of when okay, I used to love going to the beauty supply store. I haven't been in a beauty supply store in a minute. I think I'm gonna have to go and turn that into a video. But anyways, I remember I used to be in the lip gloss section, and I had picked up a couple of lip glosses, right? So I picked up a clear one, obviously, and then I had picked up I think it was two vibrant pink colors, but one was like baby pink that was kind of a little neutral, and it was this one that was bright pink. Oh my gosh, I wish somebody would have stopped me. And then the other one was red. So I went to school without the lip gloss on. I put the lip gloss on when I was at school. Now, mind you, I did not try on said lip gloss days before to see what it actually looked like. I did not see what the vision looked like. So I put it on at school. Hideous lip gloss, right? Made my lips super glossy and super red. And I thought I was doing something. I really did. I was like, oh, I'm being a rebel. I'm wearing this red on. They can't tell me nothing. Completely forgetting to take it off when my mom came to pick me up. Really dropping the ball. Not smart. My mom came and got me. Who are you? What? What is that you got on your lips? I'm like, what are you talking about? My mom flapped down the little front seat mirror. She's like, what is that? I lied. I was like, oh, I had a blow pop. I was like, bro. She was like, Jasmine, wipe that S off your face. I was like, bro, give it to me. And she confiscated my lip gloss. Rightly so. She should have, because it was ugly, hideous. Now you gotta wear red nails on her death anniversary saying, Grandma, I'm grown now. That is too petty. But I would probably do that. I would. With red lipstick too. I don't know if I could pull off red lipstick. I've never tried wearing red lipstick. Maybe that'll be something I try this year. I would have to get me a lip liner or something. No. Trying to be grown. I really was. I was really trying to be grown. Truthfully. I was living my life. No care in the world. Man, I am glad that I took it off while I was in the car and I didn't take, and then I didn't walk in the door and my grandma saw me. Cause man, you was one of the girls that left the house with pants but walked into school with a skirt. I did. I did. And I learned my lesson because it was cold that day. Those pants came right back on. I was like, and also, I don't know what I was thinking trying to do that. I did not like my legs when I was a kid either. Because I was very, very, very skinny. So I didn't really care for the way I looked in skirts anyways. I did something like that. Somebody told my granny. See, I can't stand when somebody be in your business. Like, why do you got to say anything? Mind yours. Not them snitching. I would have said snitches get stitches. Now it was cold. We love a good mini skirt. I have always wanted to wear a mini skirt. To be honest, since I'm older now and my legs have filled out, I could probably get away with wearing a mini skirt now. However, I don't know if I actually would. It would have to be a mini skirt that actually covers my butt, where like if I bend over or sit down, it's covering, because I do not want my cooch out to the wind. I do not. That is something we will not be doing. But I do want to get a mini skirt though. I kind of do. And get me some of those TikTok tights, the fleece ones, that look like your skin. I want to get some of them so bad. Maybe that'll be something I treat myself to next month. Because I want them in different colors. Mini skirt, stocking, and boots. Exactly. That's the vibe I want to be on. Because I feel like, I need to be in my baddie era. That's what I really need to be in. Because I feel like younger Jasmine would be disappointed in my aesthetics right now. Like, girl, what are you wearing? I'm being comfortable. Mind yours. Focus on school. But I do feel like, I'll be honest, one of the reasons why I never had a certain aesthetic is because I didn't have the money to have a certain aesthetic. Let's be transparent. Because dressing the way that I want to dress, I feel like I could probably buy like a couple pieces every month and build up a wardrobe that I would actually like, which is a plan for this year. However, I want to pay off some debt first before I start doing any of that. So, I don't know. I'm trying to be mindful of the way I do things. And I'm so proud of myself, y'all, because I have not spent any like money recklessly this month. I've literally only paid bills this month. Well, I did pay for us to go to that R&B concert, but that was like $50. But I haven't actually spent any money on myself this month, but I will be treating myself to something. I just don't know what it will be just yet, considering it's the 22nd. I'm gonna buy something, and it's not just gonna be food, because I always buy food. That's like the number one thing I do to treat myself is I will... Y'all probably gonna judge me. But last night, I was really planning my next DoorDash order. Like, I was really sitting there like, ooh, what they got, what deals they got. That sounds good. What new restaurants on here that we could go pick up on the way back home of me getting off work this week? I don't know, man. Food just be getting me every time. And it's so funny because I be looking so mad guilty, bro. Like, my husband will walk in the room and he'll be staring at me and talking to me about something. And I'll just be like, and he like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. And then, or like, he'll come over to hug me and then he'll look at the screen and then just stare back at me. And he's like, looking at food again, huh? Like, yes, I am. Is it a crime? And it don't help that I be following, like, I follow a lot of snack food pages. So I'll send some stuff to him and I'll be like, oh, you see this? Don't this look good? Don't you want to get some this weekend with me? I have a problem. And it's crazy because, you know, again, we don't really go out to eat that often. But there are some things I make exceptions for where I'm like, you know, I want to try this. I want to get this. It's so nice not having to cook some days. I tell you, it truly is. But anyways, the question was, at what age did you feel like you really knew yourself, or are you still evolving? So I feel like all of us tend to evolve over time in general, and we will evolve until we die for the most part. Or I would hope a lot of us will grow and evolve. But I will say the age where I feel like I actually knew myself was probably 31. Like, that's when I knew, okay, these are the things I like. These are the things I dislike. This is the way I want to handle friendships. This is the way I want to handle relationships with family. These are certain things that I want to focus on within growth in myself. I feel like at 31, 30 and 31 was when I always set goals, but I think when you turn 30, it's such a pivotal moment because it's like, I guess when you're in your 20s, you make 30 out to be so big of a deal. And then when you get there, it's like, okay, we're here. Now what? Or are we where we thought we would be in life? And then sometimes it's a lot of reevaluation where it's, okay, what do we really want for ourselves? Or is there some disappointment mixed in where we realize we aren't where we want to be? Or are we going to take some steps to change some things? Or are we just going to pivot and do everything completely differently? Or are we going to try something new? It's just I think it's just a lot of thinking. Because I know even in my 30s now, it's just a lot of processing, a lot of reflecting, a lot of, okay, what's next for us? What are we doing to help us grow for the future? I think for me, it's a lot of future planning as well because, I don't know, I really wish I would have did things a bit differently in my 20s where I planned more future wise. But I feel like a lot of us just be really focused on living in the moment, and financially, especially with the way the economy has been since I've graduated high school, it's just, I don't know, a lot of things I feel like I should have did, I did not do, or I didn't have the forethought to do it, or I was just so focused on the fact that I'm here in this moment and I'm finally making money. Now I want to spend money on me. Or I want to treat myself to stuff because I never had the chance to when I was younger. It's just really crazy when you talk to somebody who has had a different experience in life and you can view that their thought process is so differently from yours too. That's another thing I noticed with talking to some people, how your environment really does shape you. And if somebody came from a more richer background than you, like as far as financial, the way they move with money is so completely different from somebody who didn't really have money growing up. It's either that, or there are some people that I know of where, let's say they did come from a background where they didn't have money, they're actually much better with money as well because they don't want to go back to being without. I don't know. It's just really interesting seeing the way some people interpret the events that happen in their life and the steps they take in the future or the steps that they currently take. Because I know with me, I'm trying to get there and I will get there. It just may take me a little longer. But yeah, I really just be yapping. I truly just be talking. And I appreciate that y'all be in here just listening to me yap because run the watch hours up, you know what I mean? But yes, thank you. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of us are trying to figure ourselves out and it can be hard figuring yourself out, especially if you don't have the money to do so. You know, because it's like the opportunities aren't as available, I guess. Oh yes, I always try to stay from getting in. I appreciate you. Hey Rose. Okay, I see you got a new profile pic. I can't tell. Oh wait. You switched out the other picture. Morning. Well, technically it's evening where I am. But yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna jump into the actual topics. It's cute. I like the picture. But all right, now we're gonna jump into the actual topics. So I hope y'all ready because it's always some tea. Okay, so it says, am I wrong for not wanting to attend a baby shower? My friend of 15 years is expecting her first child and is going all out, and I honestly don't want anything to do with it. That's pretty messed up considering that's supposed to be a friend. But it says, I have never had a good experience at any wedding or baby related events, especially hers. I helped out a good amount with her wedding a few years ago, and it wasn't the best experience. I didn't know anyone else in the wedding and figured out pretty quickly that they were not my type of people. Very demanding, whiny, and ultimately ended up ruining her out of state bachelorette party with their behavior. Side note, I'm sorry, if somebody told me they were going out of state for a bachelorette party, I would probably be like, yeah, I'm not going. If somebody told me they were having a destination wedding, again, if it's somewhere crazy, I would probably not be going. And they can be mad at me all they want to, but if you're telling me you want me to spend $2,000 on a bachelorette party, Call me selfish. I don't give a damn. Because in this economy, babe, you're trying to go to a destination, a bachelorette party, even a wedding. Now, mind you, if somebody told me like in advance, like 2 years in advance, I'm making an exception. If you tell me 2 years in advance, I'll probably make an exception. But if you telling me, oh, I'm having a bachelorette party, um, I'm having a bachelorette party and it's gonna be out of state within a year, don't piss me off. I'm going to a destination wedding in 2027. Okay, how far is it from you? I'm very curious. Destination wedding, it depends on motive and budget for me. And the budget is where people lose me. Because a lot of the people that I've seen have destination weddings, it was given 5,000 trip, like $5,000 trip. And I'm sorry. I am so sorry. But I could pay a lot of bills with that money. Oh. Like, I would just be like, I guess you done lost me as a friend, I guess. Because you inconsiderate of my budget. I ain't got it. I don't have it. Destination wedding, not for me. I agree. It will be out of the country, either Mexico or Dominican Republic, I believe. Well, I don't know. Mexico, not that bad. Dominican Republic, probably not that bad either. You got me. You know, maybe that wouldn't be that bad. But if it was somewhere crazy, like, I wouldn't say the Bahamas is crazy, but I gotta get on a plane. Oh, don't piss me off, because I'm terrified of flying. But if I gotta get on a physical like plane to go over some water, no, absolutely not. Maybe a simple wedding like at a church or a beach. I like the concept of a beach wedding. I always thought that was nice. Or like some sort of wedding outside. I've been to both church weddings and weddings that were like outside in a gazebo type situation, and they were really nice. That's the kind of vibe I see, and that's a lot of money. Yeah, it is. Right, T-Berries be out here traveling. My country has different kind of rituals for weddings. Tell me more, Rose. I'm actually curious. What type of rituals do you guys have for weddings? It will be an all-inclusive resort, so it'll be another vacation for me. Actually, love to see it all-inclusive. I'm not gonna lie. If it's something where it's like the setup does give vacation vibes, where my time isn't completely occupied, because there have been some people who have shared like certain events of weddings they've been in or been to, and those people would be upset because when they would go to some of the destination weddings, the bride would plan everything to a T, where like they couldn't really do anything on their own, and they were there for like a week. And I'm like, that's crazy. She really planned everything out for a week. I'm sorry. You said destination wedding. That means I'm here for the wedding and that's it. I'm staying to have a good time. I didn't know we had to do all these different events every day. Girl, I'm spending all this money. It ain't just about you. It's about me having a good time as well. Okay? Because I could not imagine. Ooh, fancy and right. I'm intrigued as well. Yes, because I love hearing about other cultures and what they do. Excuse me. Ugh, water is so freaking good. But anyways, okay. All right, I'm gonna continue reading. um, it said they were very demanding, whiny, and ultimately ended up ruining her out-of-state bachelorette party with her behavior. I spent countless hours helping with bouquets, planning parties, whatever. That was my role as a bridesmaid, and I simply realized I'm not into doing that type of thing. I am glad I was able to help, but there were some things that didn't feel great about the experience. Here were some memorable issues. At the bridal shower, her grandmother yelled at me for not participating in games, although it was my role to lead the games. She belittled me and asked if I thought I was better than everyone else, although the rest of the bridesmaids were doing the same. I got there 3 to 4 hours earlier to set up and stayed 1.5 hours later to help load all the gifts into her car while the other bridesmaids sat around and ate. Would have lost me there. Because, I don't know, when it comes to game nights, a little something about me. I don't really like game nights unless I'm in control of what's going on. And what I mean by that is I've been to some of my friends' game nights. And I only like going if I know the people there. If I do not know the people there, it gives me anxiety, and I'm like, I don't know how to navigate talking to these people because I really don't know what to expect. Just trifling. Yeah, I told the bride to use one day for the rehearsal, one day for wedding, and the final day to let people do their own thing. Then take a couple more days to have a honeymoon. I like that idea. And from the weddings we've went to and that I've been in or my husband has been in, that's normally what happened, where it would be like there will be some events that would happen before, and then we do the rehearsal, then the wedding. And normally everybody stayed in the same area, so like everybody would stay in the same hotel or be somewhere really nearby in the vicinity so that we wouldn't have to worry about connecting to make sure everybody was there and present. But I like that setup of letting people do their own thing. I also like the other thing I will say about destination weddings. I like that you basically can have your honeymoon there. You don't have to go anywhere else. But yeah. Um, she expected everyone to chip in $1,000 to $1,500 for her bachelorette trip, on top of everything else like gifts, gowns, etc., which I thought was a little much as we were all in college besides her. I ended up skipping the beach trip after realizing that I'd lose it if I had to spend 5 days with her friends. I'm gonna tell you, if somebody told me they wanted me to contribute $1K to a trip, I would be like, is this $1K covering my part of the stay? Because what is going on? They got kids. I told her to ship the kids back with their grandparents and get back to the honeymoon and the honey and the honeymoon. I like that. I like the way you think, T-Berries, because not gonna lie, kids can put a damper on being in the sack. You know what I'm saying? Could not imagine. I definitely think that's smart to send them back with grandparents, siblings, somebody, so that y'all can have time to yourselves to do whatever y'all want to do. At the wedding, her and her two best friends cut me and another bridesmaid out of photos on purpose, which was pretty awkward and a little hurtful if I'm being honest. They got about 15 photos together, and the bride only got one with me and the other bridesmaid. She's paying for the photos, so I get it, but it felt weird. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so they can have a little time. Yep. But in this situation, man, I'm going to tell you, I would not want any, well, I would go to the baby shower because that's my friend. But asking me for $1K, $1,500 for a bachelorette trip is insane. Or being cut out of bridesmaid pictures when I'm obviously a bridesmaid and I'm contributing a lot to the event. Nobody else is really helping for real. No. So she said, now, when it comes to this time around, I'm letting my personal beliefs about these things add fuel to the fire, and I feel guilty and wrong. After my experience, I feel like an outsider and sort of used for gifts. I'm nearly 30 and have no interest in playing literal games with women I don't really like or respect. Well, dang. At this point in my life, I think the parties are a little bit much. She booked nice venues for both events, a gender reveal, and a baby shower. Okay. Shouldn't have asked them that, and then the wedding too. Like, what did you really want her there for? Exactly. Okay, so I have a question, right? Because I don't think I've ever... No, I don't ever think I had any friends do a gender reveal. Everybody just had a baby shower. And I'm just like, people are renting venues for gender reveals? For some reason, I don't remember gender reveals being a thing when I was younger. Like, I feel like that's a social media thing almost. Because I really don't remember that. And I don't know anybody who's had one either. I think the most people will do is they may record themselves cutting open a cake or something and it's blue or pink or something like that. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, do we have to do all this performances? Another way to get Pampers and wipes. Okay, I guess I could see that only because another thing I realized, I remember someone I know had a baby shower, right? Now, we didn't get invited. Mind you, I'm not really that close to the person. But we didn't get invited. But the discussion was whether baby showers were specifically for women to come to, or could men come as well. And all I'm sitting here thinking is the baby showers we went to, men were there too, but at the same time, these people were Caucasian. So I'm like, I don't know if there's like a cultural difference in the way they handle baby showers and where it's like women at baby showers, and then if they do a gender reveal, it's men there as well, you know? Bring Pampers if you think the gender is a boy, bring wipes if you think the gender is a girl. That's smart. I like that one. I would like that. I mean, I wouldn't like that for me because I don't want kids, but I'm saying I like the concept. I like the concept. But so it says she booked nice venues for both events, gender reveal and baby shower, but needs me to fund her newborn necessities like they did at the wedding. To type it off, they are not financially stable enough to provide for this child, and that type of irresponsibility is a personal pet peeve. Am I wrong for telling her I'm busy the weekend of her shower? I plan to still buy a nice gift and already have bought a couple of little things. However, my anxiety and heart rate spike the moment I think about going. I do not ever plan on having showers of any kind, just not my thing, especially the planning, so I don't expect it back. I don't know. Any advice would be nice. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people have kids and they're not financially ready. I mean, nobody ever is almost financially ready to have a kid unless you're like rich, rich. I will say, anybody I talk to nowadays, though, if they end up wanting to have future kids, I always tell them the main thing I would say, it is a very important for you to have a community. If you, even if you don't have like the financial stability and you still want to have a kid, at the very least have community, because I feel like so many people don't think about how important it is to have people around you who will support you during a time of having a baby and raising a child. I know so many people who did not realize that certain friends that they had would disappear from their life the moment they had kids. It's actually very sad and very telling. Some people will disconnect with you the moment you have kids, and it's like you need to have stable bonds and some sort of community before you have a kid, because it can be hard from what I've seen if you don't have anybody else there to help you. Down south, even if the woman is beefing with her baby daddy, he better show up to the baby shower and his friends better bring the gifts, no choice. I like it. You know what I mean? You show up because you impregnated her. Because that's what we do up here. Like, well, that's what the people I know do. Where it's like the father is gonna be there, both sides of the family is gonna be there, male, female, it don't matter. Everybody is there and everybody has a gift. And everybody is supportive, even if people don't even low key like the father or like the baby mama. Everybody is still present for the most part. But personally, if I didn't want to deal with somebody mess for a baby shower, I would probably drop a gift off the weekend before and say this was the only weekend I have free and just drop it off. Because that's normally what I do. Like, if I don't want to go to people events, I will show up much earlier and I'll be like, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing something else. Here you go. Or sometimes, depending on the person, I'll be honest and I'll be like, listen, I'm here to support you. I bought you this, this, and that. I don't like being around a lot of people, but I just wanted to see you and show you I'm still here for you. Here's a gift, a little something extra, and I'm going to head out. And that's normally what I do if, like, I don't want to actually be physically present around certain other people, but I still want to show up for people. Because I'm going to be honest, when people have, like, when people have events, I'm always looking at the situation like, okay, I don't necessarily have to be there. I really don't have to be there. I really don't. I'll show my face, but I don't have to be there for everything else going on. Because for one, 9 times out of 10, I'm not talking to nobody there. I'm normally not. I usually be minding my business. So, plus I like that for the most part, everybody in my life, they kind of know how I am by now. So they won't trip and they know I'm going to still be present for them for whatever. It's just, when it comes to social gatherings, I just don't like certain things. But normally, I'm going to stay for a baby shower. Normally, I'm going to stay. But With this person, it seemed like she don't even mess with these people for real. Cause like I will say, I went to a few weddings where I didn't really know too many people. Stayed the whole time, and even though it was awkward, I was present. Oh, hey girl, welcome. The way I would be quick to dip if you're not family, I'm dipping. It just depends. Normally I'll stay, to be honest, depending on what side of family I would dip. And that's like no shade, but I have my reasons. I think she should still show up even if it's only 30 minutes. I would say yeah, but the only thing is, one thing I will, from my personal experience, when you show up to events and if you have the intent or plan on leaving early, sometimes people make that junk a big spectacle, like you the problem. Where it's like, oh, she's about to leave. Let's do this, this, and that so she won't miss it. And it's like, I don't need this attention. I'm just trying to get out. I said my highs and I'm saying goodbye. And you don't have to center attention on me. But some people are petty. Or some people will try to make it seem like you don't want to be there. And it could be facts. You may not want to be there. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I don't like going to certain events because people do too much and it just be given performative, or they try to make a spectacle of stuff, or you got to deal with certain people personalities and they clash with yours because they be kind of crossing boundaries or being inappropriate. Like for me, I don't mind going to stuff, but if I know specific people that I don't really care for are going to be there, I'm real quick to be a person where I will show up to something an hour early. Because I've done it before where I've showed up to something an hour early. I would help people set up and I would give them my gifts, say my highs, and I'd be like, yeah, I just wanted to help you, do what I could for right now, and I'm going to leave. Like, I don't have to be there, to socialize with these other people. I was just showing up for you because you're who I care about. But I don't know, because normally when I go to events too, I'm one of the people who helps clean up as well, which I don't mind, but I like keeping to myself, and I always end up getting put in situations where people want to socialize with me, and I'm just like, I don't know you, I don't really feel like talking, but I don't be wanting to be rude. So then people get to yapping, and I'm just like, why did they sit me over here with you? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I really do wonder when it comes to seating arrangements, why people be sitting me in spaces that they sit me. Because I really just be like, bro, you could have sit me anywhere. You could have just sat me with the old people. Sat me with the old people. And I would have been chill sitting over there with Cheyenne and Jerome. I would have been so chill if you would have sat me over there with the old people. But for whatever reason, you put me over here with this talk a lot Betty. Girl, be quiet. I'm trying to hear. Man, I've had some experiences, y'all. But anyways. But, okay. So, next topic. It says, my ex-girlfriend texts me after 8 years of no contact. Hey, guys. Okay, so the person who wrote this is a 31-year-old man. Why does it keep feeling like my nose is stuffed? I can't stand that. That's freaking long. Okay. So it says they wanted to get some advice. I didn't think I'd ever deal with this situation in my own life. I had an ex-girlfriend who was my very first proper relationship. They said proper. I could tell they're probably British. She was a friend who became a girlfriend, and we both were in our early 20s at the time. We dated for about a year before her insecurities and my insecurities really hurt us. She broke up with me without ever trying to fight for the relationship, and afterwards, it was most the pain I had ever experienced, both of the loss of friendship and romantic relationship. I gotta say, when it comes to like breaking up with somebody who is your friend, rough stuff. Very rough stuff. Today I got a text from her and I almost didn't recognize it since I don't have her number saved anymore and pretty much erased her from my socials and old photos. I don't know if I should respond or just delete it and move on as usual. I'm pretty numb to it after this many years, but I also feel conflicted on responding at least something. I posted below what she texted without my name. Hi, hoping this gets to you. I'm not sure if you still have my number. I'm writing to you because I have been meaning to for a very, very long time. I want to start by saying that I'm not here to seek forgiveness, to absolve myself from any guilt or accountability, to get on your good side, or to even expect a response from you. Honestly, after she says she's not expecting a response, hey, it is what it is. And that I am not writing from a place of ego. I'm truly writing from a sincere place. Your birthday is coming up. Yes, I still remember. I used to hate when exes would do stuff like that. Like, I still remember your birthday. Okay, and you didn't remember it when we were together. And I am so serious about that comment because when I tell you, bro, I can't tell you the variety of situations I've been in where I would be talking to somebody around my birthday, they wouldn't do anything, and I would think they just completely forgot because they would act like they forgot. They would drop off the map and then pop back up like, oh, hey. And then we, would stop talking or they would ghost me or something like that. And then sometime later, here they pop up maybe a little bit before my birthday where they looking at me like, hey, I still remember your birthday. Like, you didn't do nothing for it when we was talking. Why should that affect me? It shouldn't, because you just talking. Literally just yapping. So it said, I am very sorry for the hurt that I caused you all those years ago when we dated. And well, I'm sure that hurt continued after we dated as well. The way I handled things was just horrible. I am not proud of any of it. The truth is that I was not emotionally mature or aware in the slightest. I behaved from a place of deep fear, insecurity, immaturity, and I did not know how to handle it, so I ran. Sharing this for context and not as an excuse, but I hurt someone I love tremendously, and that is something I must live with. So many years have passed, and I am older now, wiser too. I've been in therapy for several years now and learned a lot about my attachment style in this time. Those days, I acted like someone with avoidant tendencies because that was exactly who I was. I ran. It's all I knew, running, storming off, squaring off, defending. I wish I'd known better. I wish I could have done things better. I wish I treated you better. I wish I could have been better. I'm simply not. It was such a cruel thing of me to do. Cowardice. That's what it was. I was an absolute a-hole. I am not mincing my words. I sat with that for years. Therapy is one of the best things I've done for myself. I'm not writing any of this for forgiveness. I understand if you hesitate in doing that. I absolutely understand. I just want you to know that I spent years sitting in the mess that I created. And although I have healed and moved on since, I am still very much aware of the damage I left behind as well. And so I am very sorry for the hurt I caused you. I'm in my 30s now. We both are. What no one tells you is that your 30s are a time where you start auditing who you were, who you are, and who you want to be. The focus becomes sharp, crisp. You see details you'd missed before, and sometimes what you get is a pretty glaring image staring right back at you. I am no longer avoidant. I no longer storm out and run. It was difficult to sit with myself and face these truths, but I am so thankful I did it and that I was able to grow. But again, I am also aware that all of this came with a price, a hefty one. I owe you an apology, and that version of myself owes herself ruthless accountability on interest, which I've now paid. Anyhow, your birthday was around the corner, and I hope it's a great one. I wish you nothing but the best. Take good care. You know, so this was actually a very well written note. You know what I mean? A very well written, I don't want to call it a love letter because I don't think that's what it is. But terms of affection from an ex. And I will say I've gotten a handful of these notes. I remember, so the first guy I ever dated for a year, which is crazy because apart from my husband, I think the only other guy I dated for a period of time was like 2 years, and it was on and off. But before that, I dated this one guy for a year, and I went through so much crap. Actually, it wasn't really that bad. He was a cheater, but it wasn't anything like bad, crazy. But cheating is crazy enough. You know what I mean? But I remember we broke up, and maybe 5 years later, he sent me a 4-page letter. I'm sending you a 4-page letter, and I enclosed it with a kiss. Not too much on my singing because y'all know it's tragic. But I remember this man sent me a long, listen, it was in fact a very long note. Like, this was at the time when Facebook was not set up the same way it's set up now. Oh my gosh. I swear, I'll be doing so well. And then I instantly just feel a whole bunch of freaking snot or something in my nose when I start yapping. But anyways, so I remember this dude sent me this long note. No spaces. Which I was like, brother, where are your paragraphs? This is just rambled on. But he sent me this long letter. And it was similar, but not exactly similar to this. He was actually trying to rekindle something, which I was like, oh, you definitely had me effed up. The person you dated when I was a teenager is not the same person. I am in my 20s now. I'm beyond that, okay? But I don't know. It's just so interesting to me when people's like exes send these long thought out notes, and these notes are not for us. Like, they're not for these letters. These notes are not for the person who is hurt at all, in my opinion. This is for them to get it off their back, in my opinion, or it's for them to see if they can rekindle something. This is not for us. It's like closure for them, in my opinion. Because the times when I receive notes, when I was younger, I responded and I would give a dry response. Like the guy that I'm talking about, I remember after he sent me the letter, I said, what did I say? I feel like I was like, okay. I was so petty. Like I literally feel like I just sent okay. And then I think I also sent, yeah, I don't want to talk to you. And then I left it at that. And one of the reasons why I also left it at that was because between the time of us breaking up and him sending me that letter, I remember, I think it was like 2 years after we had broke up. Yeah, I think it was like a year or two after we broke up. He basically told me he wanted to be friends with me, right? I swear, never believe somebody who say they just want to be friends, from my personal experience, because when I tell you, they did not in fact want to just be friends. Like he told me that, and I'm thinking, okay, let's just have a go and just be friends. That's it. He was really trying to fill me out, was what it was. But knowing me, when someone tells me let's be friends, oh, you're being treated like a friend, and I'm going to tell you about the men that I find fine. I am going to tell you about the guys I'm attracted to because that's what I do with my friends, okay? I literally started talking to him about a guy I was dating at the time. And I didn't think nothing of it because I have no feelings for my ex no more. I didn't have no feelings. Because one thing about me, yeah, friends with benefits, girl. And so whenever I get out of a relationship with somebody, I have a certain period of time where I can continue to like you. However, if I realize for real, we are broken up. And yes, I say realize because I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I did used to have hope for Negroes. I really did used to have the hope. But eventually, I grew out of that thought process. But once I realized that the relationship was over with, I'm not going to say you're dead to me. But what I will say is that I no longer found you attractive and I would never find you attractive again. I don't know what it is, but it's like even if somebody was attractive for some reason, it's like I just look at them like they're a bum. Oh, no. Okay. I just look at them like there's somebody off the street that's like, whatever, I'm just walking past you. And I feel like a lot of my exes did not understand this concept. Cause I remember I had to explain to him actually because he was thinking we were going to rekindle something without telling me, mind you. So we are being friends. I'm telling him about the guys that I like. I tell him I got a date. He says, "Oh, you have a date?" I say, "Yeah. Yeah." I go on my date. So he was first off, he was like, "When you gonna be back from your date?" And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna probably be back, it'll be before 11, right? This man called me at 11. Mind you, I had been home for a while, but he called me at 11. How was your date? Bro, it was fine. I'm sorry. Like, why are you asking me this? Now, I actually started going into detail because the date was actually more than fine. It was pretty nice. And I started talking about it, right? This man got so mad and he was like, "Nah, don't talk to me about that. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to hear about that." And I'm like, "But you asked. You asked me how my date was. And then when you heard it was not trash, I guess you felt some type of way." Because I was literally sitting over there in confusion. Because I'm like, "Why are you acting like this?" Because I said I had a good time on my date. And it was so crazy to me seeing that. And the next day, because he rushed off of the phone with me when he realized that I wasn't I don't know how I don't know what he was expecting, but I think the fact that I had a good date kind of put some fire under him where he was like, wait, I gotta let her know I don't just want to be friends. So he proceeded to tell me the next day, "Listen, I still want to date you. I still want to be with you. I wanna get back together. And when you were telling me you went on this date, I was feeling some type of way because I still want to be with you." I flat out was like, "I don't like you anymore. What are you talking about?" I hurt his feelings so bad. I really did. I hurt his feelings so bad because I'm like, he was like, "You don't like me anymore." And I'm like, "You're my ex. You're my ex. No, I don't like you anymore." I'm like, "You're a person. You're cool people." But I'm like, I will never, I don't find you attractive anymore. "You don't find me attractive? What do you mean? What do you mean you don't find me attractive?" And I'm like, "You hurt me." And again, for some reason, when somebody hurts me and like violates my trust, I could be cool with you and I could laugh and joke and stuff, but I will never like be attracted to you ever again. And he didn't, I feel like he was so blown away at the fact that I said I was not attracted to him. Because, mind you, unfortunately, a lot of people claimed he looked like Chris Brown, right? Which, in my opinion, was lies. I'm like, just because you wear a hat like him, where it's tilted that way, does not mean you look like him. And just because you're light skinned does not mean you're Chris Brown. Yeah, I learned not to do that. They don't want to hear the happiness. He really didn't. He wanted to try to sneak his way back up in here. And when he realized I wasn't interested, that hurt that ego mad bad. Right? Like, you an ex for a reason. Exactly. Somebody always think they look like a celebrity. So, okay. So I had a little problem. My mom told me that I had this issue where whenever I dated somebody, they looked like a celebrity. Which, looking back, kind of true. I did, unfortunately, for whatever reason, used to attract people that did look like celebrities. I really did. They looked like specific people. Not all the way, more Walmart brand, if you will. But that's besides the point. But I definitely did talk to people that look like celebrities. It's just some of them I just couldn't stand when somebody would say they favorite Chris Brown, and it's like, you're just light skinned with a short wave haircut. That does not mean you're Chris Brown. Can you dance? You are not Chris Brown. Is it because everyone is a celebrity in Michigan? might be. Because people play all day, bro. I mean, to be fair, there were some guys that did. Like, I did talk to one guy that looked like Usher. I did talk to another guy that listen, I'ma just say I talked to a couple of people that favor celebrities, and then people would tell me who they look like, and it would piss me off because I wouldn't be thinking they look like celebrities, so somebody told me. And then my mom was like, you have a type of dating people who look like celebrities. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, until I realized it. I kind of do. But like, I dated one boy that looked like T.I. I dated somebody else that favored Nelly and somebody else that favored Chingy. And then there was another guy that kind of favored Jason Momoa a little bit. Listen. Okay, I don't know why. Actually, I know why, because I did like Nelly and Chingy back in the day, but I didn't make the connection. I did not make the connection. I really didn't. But yeah. So anyways, dude was mad. Actually, he wasn't mad. His feelings was hurt because I said I wasn't attracted to him anymore. And I broke it down in a way where I was like, I was like, it's nothing against you. It's just, I don't think I could ever like you again. It sounds so mean now that I'm saying it out loud. But I mean, hey, he cheated on me twice. Why would I want that? Even if time passed. Oh, I was talking about dating people that look like celebrities. And then I was also talking about this situation I went through with an ex where, let me blow my nose. Excuse me. Where he sent me this long letter. But I was talking about in the midst of us breaking up after he cheated on me, where I came to the conclusion that I knew I wasn't interested in him, but he claimed he wanted to be friends. Did not actually want to be friends. He wanted to test the waters to see, fill me out if I was still mad about what happened between us. And then when he realized I was dating other people or trying to date other people, that's when he was like, you know what, I don't want to be friends anymore. I still want to talk to you. And he thought that I was going to still want to talk to him. And I told him, yeah, I don't even find you attractive anymore. And again, it was not to be mean. It was just, if somebody hurts me and disrespects me, it's very hard for me to like them again. It really is. Like, I don't know what it is, but something just shuts off in me where I'm like, wow, you are the most unattractive person. And it's probably a defense thing because, again, the people weren't ugly. I think I maybe dated one ugly person in my life. Two, actually. Two ugly people. But I really was like, yeah. Sorry, bub. It is what it is. You were a whore, and I made sure I was going to not go down that route again. But anyways, so we stopped talking after that, after I disclosed to him that there was no interest there. And then I think 2 or 3 years went by. I didn't hear nothing from that man because he blocked me. Actually, yeah, he did block me. It's so funny when guys block me. Cause I be like, what does it? It doesn't affect me, brother. It really doesn't affect me. You the one mad and lonely. I am so mean. I don't care. I really don't care. But I think he unblocked me like 3 years afterwards. And that's when he sent me the long letter and apologized everything that he didn't apologize the first time he came back. And I was just like, well, feelings haven't changed. Like, I still don't like you. You know, I hope you find what you're looking for. And to my knowledge, he did end up being with somebody. I don't know who he ended up being with, but I know I'm still friends with his sister on Facebook. And I think he had a kid. It's a couple of people that I believe had kids and might start families, and I'm happy for them. Like, it's always, I love when people grow. I mean, I would hope they grow, but I love when people grow and they make something of themselves and they learn from relationships beyond me, and they end up meeting somebody who is a better fit for them. Because even if people did me dirty, I would never want them to like completely be by themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I would want them to have somebody, or at least be working on better themselves at the very least. Because it's like, even if stuff didn't work out with me, that doesn't mean, you should be alone. I would just hope you're not still a whore. Like, I really hope you're still not cheating. But yeah. But I don't know. I just think I really be sharing too much of my business on here. I really do. Maybe I should stop that. Like, I just be yapping and telling y'all the tea of old Jasmine and her old relationship escapades. I'm not gonna lie, it's so many stories I could tell, to be honest. But man. That's just like today. Somebody hit me up from high school. I think I still gotta respond back to their message. But they were like, yeah, I ain't seen you in a minute. And I was like, yeah, I don't really be posting on Facebook like that. And I was like, sometimes I contemplate on coming back to Facebook, but at the same time, it's like, what would I talk about apart from YouTube? But no one knows I do YouTube for real, except for like people that are actively close to me. But even then, they don't really be watching my channel for real. And I am completely okay with that. Like, I don't know. It's just so weird when people I know in real life watch my YouTube. So weird. But I know that if I were to share that I have a YouTube, people would be nosy and would come to my channel like, what is she doing over here? What? This is Jasmine? Especially family. Oh my gosh. Because mind you, once again, I am an introvert in real life. And my family, that's not like intermediate close to me, they don't know me. Like, they don't know me. And I don't know them. They do not know me for real. So if they see me as a very shy, timid gal who does not say much. So if they were to see this, they would be like, this is Jasmine? Huh. And some of them would probably, what is it called? Definitely for sure. Like, let me see what she's talking about. Exactly. But what is it called? It's called, I I feel like I would have monitoring spirits. That's what it is. That's what it is. I feel like some people would start monitoring me and being nosy and seeing what I'm talking about and what I got going on. Um, and some people might actually support me. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, I don't know. I just, I like, I like the idea of being on YouTube, being myself. If somebody happens to come across my channel, fine. But I would rather YouTube push my channel out to people that's like across the states, potentially other countries and stuff like that, versus being local, like people that actively can know me. Because I don't know, I've noticed, like, I feel like when I reveal parts, it's almost like people want to get close more, and I don't like that. I actually did a vlog today where I talk a little bit about that. A little bit of vulnerability. But yeah, I just think, I don't know, I just don't like the concept of, let's say, you get more proactive on personal social media. Because I see people all the time on my Facebook where they'll be posting, they do YouTubes and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, some of the content be so bad, but I'm like, they beginners at this point. And it's just, they just need to work on editing, because you could tell like they overthinking, it's all over their face. So I'm like, I mean, that makes sense. You've never done YouTube before, you're trying something new. It makes sense that you would potentially be bad at it. You just got to get used to posting. But because a lot of times it's not instant gratification, where they actually getting a lot of views, a lot of those people end up quitting. Because I've seen at least, I think it was like 4 people that came across my timeline in the past like 2 years talking about doing YouTube. And they would do it for like 3 months and then they would stop. And I'm like, I get it, because life be lifing, or they got kids, or they realized the growth wasn't as like broad as they thought it was going to be. However, I'm not going to lie, I be looking at their numbers like, you got way more followers than me. But some people are not that invested in doing YouTube, and I get it. But at the same time, I don't know, I just think it would be weird if I posted on YouTube myself. Posted on Facebook myself and told people like, hey, I have a YouTube channel, check me out. Because people be like, oh, what's this? So you've been absent on Facebook, but you've been social over here. Yeah, a lot of people do need to edit. Yeah, like posting reels on Facebook. And again, I don't know what it is about me and being seen by people I know, because I had posted like 2 reels on Facebook some years back, and it reached way more people than I thought it was. I thought it was just going to be some of my friends watching it, but it was other people, and I was just like, why? And I shouldn't have been scared. I should have just kept posting, because I could be making money right now for Facebook. But I don't know. I just don't. I feel like I overthink the thought process when it comes to being, I guess, social with people I know on the internet. Because I can't remember if I told y'all this, but for example, my mom used to watch my videos all the time. But within my mom watching my videos, she sometimes references my videos. I think some of y'all know this. Welcome back, girl. But she sometimes be referencing my videos, and I don't like when people repeat me back to me repetitively in real life. And people in real life do that to me, to be honest. Like, again, I will say something and sometimes people will find it funny and then they'll latch on to it and then it's like a running joke and I'm like, I don't like that. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of don't want people I know on my stuff, because I feel like they gonna reference me to me and it's weird. Because I've seen it happen with other people too, where people reference them and I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Because my mom references me all the time. Like whenever I see her, whenever I talk to her, is that my eyelash? Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, girl, I posted that video in 2023. I'm like, let it go. You know, I feel like I could probably be great if I wasn't so in my head all the time. Cause I think it's really important for you to like your own content, like objectively. Like your own content and really look at it like, if it wasn't me watching me, would I watch this creator? Like really look at your content objectively, because you know, I've been on YouTube on and off since 2012 and I've had a multiple of channels. And I didn't actually start liking the content I was creating until this channel. Well, actually, technically it was the channel I had before this channel. And then when I did this channel, I was like, okay, I actually like a lot of content that I've made and created. However, there are some videos that I'm like, ew, I don't like this. I don't like that I sounded dry. I don't like that my hair was like this. I don't like that I sound uninterested in what I'm talking about. Because I really think that your voice needs to, I forget what it's called, like inflect, where it's like it shows some sort of emotion or some sort of passion in whatever it is you're talking about, so that it seems like you actually care about what you're sharing with your audience versus you just coming on just to post a video. Because the issue I was having with my old content, not me scratching my nose, but the issue I was having with my old content was I would just create to meet a quota instead of creating to put something out there into the world that was either helpful, funny, like entertaining. Well, honestly, those two was the issue. Like where I was trying to focus, where I should have been focused on, instead of just meeting a quota. You know, and when it comes to vlogs, I love making vlogs. Like I didn't realize I was gonna like doing the vlog thing as much, but I really enjoy it. However, I'm being mindful that vlogs are selfish content, because it's very hard to get people into vlogs because you're you. You know, people don't know you, so it's very hard to grow when people don't know you. Like, so you have to lure them in with something else. So for example, on this channel, I feel like I gained a lot of subscribers from different reviews I did, or different reaction videos, or relatable chit-chatty topics that people found interesting. Because I feel like it's easier to get people interested in you yourself if your personality can carry over into everything that you do. I really truly believe that. Or like, for example, I've had some people that I know are silent watchers. But I've seen them occasionally, and I know some of them followed my vlog channel over from my main channel because they still like my vlog content, or they like whatever else I post. And I want to get more of that. But I'm like, I need to really focus on doing more reviews because that's going to bring in the audience. From my experience, reviews are normally what bring in the audience. Your personality is normally what makes them stick around. And you really got to show your personality in order for people to be locked in to everything that you post. And it's really hard sometimes, especially when it comes to like the reaction videos for me, because it's like it requires a lot of editing and stuff like that. Right, it'd be hard to translate the audiences. Yeah, because like, you know, especially, and this is why I hate short form content so bad, because people's attention spans are so freaking short, bro. Like, so short. So, if it's a new viewer, you have to figure out a way to hook them in a short amount of time. But that's very difficult to do. Very difficult. But your vlogs be good. I like how you just talk. Gave me a whole new perspective to vlogs. Hey, because I don't think you have to really be doing anything. So, because I don't know if you used to watch the old school YouTubers where they would just talk. They didn't really even do anything. They would just do mundane stuff and just talk and yap. It wasn't always, I have to buy something, or I have to be shopping, or I have to haul something. I just like talking. You know, because sometimes it's just relatable to just yap. But I don't know. It's just people be so focused on buying, and it's like, I get it. But at the same time, people don't be having money to do all that. Because other people always show them going somewhere, but you don't have to always do that. Right. You know, some people just be chill at the house, because that's what I do most of the time. You know, I probably get out to go to the grocery store, or I force myself to go out, but y'all almost never see me outside. To be honest, the other reason why y'all don't see me outside is because I usually forget. Like, when I'm in the moment with my friends or my family, I don't be thinking about picking up the camera at all. I really don't. I'm just like, I'm outside. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying people's time. I don't really be thinking about picking up the camera. I might pick up the camera to show what food I'm eating, but that's about it. That is truly about it. I don't really think to do anything else. And I don't know. It's just, in all honesty, I would like to reach a point where I gained a bigger audience that would just watch whatever I posted. You know, that's the dream for us all, right? Where we could have an audience that really likes every single thing we drop and actually be invested in us as people. Because that's the other thing. You know, I don't want to be a creator where every single time somebody is like, specifically with the reaction videos, because you get me with this, where they're like, okay, review this, react to this, and then they disappear into the night. They didn't even watch your video, and it's like, I did all this work for what? I really want people to tune in because they like me. They like the commentary. They like the way I present stuff, or they find stuff to be creative. Like, I will say, I love creating stuff. I do. And it would be nice, if I could make like a decent amount of income from YouTube, at the very least to cover some sort of bill. Like, if YouTube could cover my phone bill, I would be cool with that. And then, a little extra spending money. That would be really nice. Yes, and they don't even be watching it. Exactly. And I don't know. That's why I kind of be looking at people sideways when people talk about how doing YouTube isn't really a job, or they be saying get a job. I'm like, YouTube is basically a job, because it takes a lot of time to edit. I know it takes me hours to edit with the way I do stuff extensively. And I'm passionate about it. I really enjoy it. But I know I do go through these depressive states where I am just like, oh my gosh, this is a very time consuming thing. And where is what's the word I'm looking for? Where is the benefits for me? Because the main benefits that I have from doing YouTube is that I can make bonds with people like you, or Ariana, or Grimy, or T-Berries, or Ilblurmatic. It's like I can make bonds with people, and I love that. And I really do appreciate that that's a thing, because I'm not gonna lie. Or, the fact that sometimes people will leave a comment and say something I posted was helpful. Because that is what keeps me going. the Oh, my husband playing his little games with his little friends. That is one of the things that keep me going posting, especially since I'm not monetized yet. He hooting and hollering playing them games. But I forgot how I even got to this topic. No, girl. I don't know. He talking about something up there. Right, I look at it as a side hustle. It is. YouTube is definitely a whole hustle. The other thing, I really need to focus on doing affiliate sales more, because I feel like in January, I'm probably not going to make that much money. That much money in January. But February, we will be posting more affiliate linked stuff. And the way, that's my favorite part, the bonding. Yeah. Because if it wasn't for the bonding, your girl would not be continuously doing this. You going to get there. Thank you, Grace. I appreciate you. Because, like, it really... I'm glad I'm not feeling depressive right now. But I do be having my moments where I'm just like, why are we doing this for? And for what? But then I'm like, no, because I want to make some cash without shaking my ass. Like, I want to make some money. And I'm going to give myself to like the end of April, because I want to get monetized before the end of April. And I think, listen, I'm just saying, I do not want to have to be shaking butt. I don't. Like, I really just want to make some money without giving away the honey. Like, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, because I remember Ariana, she was saying that she was thinking about, I think she said she was going to post daily in February. And I was like, I like that. I like that. Even though posting daily always seems like a lot. It really does. And not shaking butt. Here we go, coughing again. Laughing so hard inside these little emojis is not stressing enough. Girl, I'm just saying. Times is hard. You know what I mean? I understand why the girls be out here. That's what I had did. I had posted a video every day and went live, but that's a lot of work. And I'm thinking, did say that, but can I do it? Yes! Speak it into existence, girl. You can do it. Because I'm not going to lie. You inspire me because I'm currently thinking about posting every day in March. Because I was like, you know, because I can't remember if I actually mentioned it to y'all. Yeah, and people showing their little feet. Girl, the way, if I wasn't concerned about going to hell, you know what I mean? Because man, it would just hurt my feelings if when it comes to my time to die and I get to the pearly gates and the angel and God looks at me and they're like, is this you? And it's just my feet pictures. They just scrolling up feet pics. And I'm just like, so they're stopping me from getting in the gates, huh? Oh, could not be me. Yes, you could do that. I almost thought about it then said never mind. Because I was like, oh, people making this much. Yes, like sometimes I still consider doing it, but again, something guilts me. It makes me feel like that's just not the path for me. Also, the fact that my feet a little hideous. Dogs a little barking. You know what I mean? I don't have the prettiest of toes. So I don't think that would be ideal for me. But man, if I had some pretty yams, if I had some pretty toes, brother, catch me on pretty feet, do you like them.com or something like that. Because man, that would pay my student freaking loans, okay? I really need to think of some more side hustles. I really do. And sometimes I think about getting a regular job somewhere else. Like, I have my current job, but sometimes I think about doing something else. Like, I wonder how much Dollar Tree pays. Because they always need help. They almost never had nobody on the cash registers. Or, I still kind of want to go to Costco, to be honest. Because I feel like that would be with the way they benefits set up. But but I was thinking that was the dream for me, Costco. I never heard anything from them. I mean, you can always potentially call up to one local to you and see, like, you know, if they have anything available. Because sometimes I notice, like, they'll say they're hiring online or they may have a different application from the, like, public online versus the one that's on their actual door at the actual establishment. Sometimes it's different. But yeah. I think I might try to bulk and batch record and edit a whole bunch of videos for March. And do 30 days. 31 days? I think it's 31 days in March. I think I'm going to do that. And then I also think I might try to go live every single day one day. But I'm not going to go live at night all the time. I think it'll be like I'll keep my Tuesday and Thursday 9 p.m. EST. And then I'll probably like go live at lunch or something. I might do that for a little while. But I'm like, I don't really know what the timeline is going to be like. Or not timeline. I don't really know what the engagement is going to be like during the day. Because that's just basically me banking on like random people coming in at that point and potentially sticking around, which I don't know if that's, I don't know. Because I know for now with this channel, I am trying to batch record and edit so I can drop my movies and my Moesha episodes, because I truly feel like I should have my memberships by the end of February. I really truly feel like it, but we'll see. We will have to see, but it'll either be the end of February or I'm hoping it's the end of February. I'll figure it out. Let's see. So, oh, you posted a new video. I'm gonna go watch it after this. I didn't even know you posted a new video. I'm about to go watch that after this. Damn my nose. Oh, I'm in the wrong YouTube. Let's see. I brushed my teeth before I came on here, and I want to snack on something, but it's late. I'm gonna just drink some water. F it. Oh, I did. I gotta catch up. I'm editing now. Okay, we love to see it. I know I gotta go live every day to get my 2K watch hours. My watch hour been going down since I've been busy posting, going live daily lately. Yes, because I'm telling you, when you don't post, girl, the way the watch hours be dropping and doing homework. Okay, schoolgirl, see you. I feel you, friend, between the coughing and the sneezing. Man, I'm so sick of this. Like, this morning, I woke up not feeling the best, and I was like, oh, hell no. I instantly downed me a full cup of emergency, and then I ate me some spicy leftovers from last night. I'm not gonna lie, I took a nap. I shouldn't have, but I feel like it was just me being tired. So after I took my nap, I felt better. But I'm going to try to make it a habit to drink the vitamin C emergency every day, because no. Okay, so I have 2,697.7 watch hours right now. And for some reason, like, I stay between 2,500 and 2,600 and something. Oh, no, that's not right. That's not right. So I currently need. That's not right. I can't think. Oh, I'm not typing this in right. I need 303 watch hours. And then I need 1,303 watch hours for the actual full monetization. Which I think if I can drop I'm really banking on my movie reactions carrying me, to be honest, and my going live carrying me, because my movie reactions, depending on what it is, sometimes they do well. And then I was thinking maybe I should do more recent movies, because that would probably help me. But it's just very hard for me to do a reaction on something that I'm not invested in. It's really hard for me to do a reaction on something I'm not into, to be honest. For example, Wicked. I know if I would have reacted to Wicked, that would have carried me. Actually, let's see right now what Wicked is looking like. Wicked movie reaction. Yeah. Oh, they got High School Musical. If you ever wanted to do a High School Musical, did you ever rank those? Hmm. Yeah, I'm just not in. Like, I really hate when I'm not interested in something because then it's like, I don't know. Did you ever review them? The High School Musical along with ranking them? Right, I know what you mean. It's got to be enjoyable to watch the movie. It really does. Truly. But yeah, that could be something you do because, let me see. I mean, if you want to, anyways. I'd probably do the second movie if I did. High School Musical review. Mm. Yeah. But yeah, but I'm about to go, and I hope you guys have a great night. Cause I gotta use the bathroom. There's a movie review coming in March. I really don't want to review it. But she the last Disney princess I have. I already know what it is, and I completely understand why you don't want to review it. I completely get it. Completely. But hey, at least once it's done, it's done. Yes, good night, Grace. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. I really appreciate you guys. Her movie was mad boring to me. It was. I can't even disagree. It was. Like, that's exactly why I only watched it once. But good night, Jazz. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, and I hope you feel better. But yeah, I will be back Tuesday at 9 p.m. EST and Thursday 9 p.m. EST because again, that's my schedule for right now. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend and stay bundled up because it's cold out there. Make sure you guys wear your coats, gloves, whatever, boots. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys again soon. So I will be dropping a vlog tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But stay blessed, stay positive. Bye, y'all. And thank you for chilling with me tonight.